this kind of stuff.
I'm just glad that we could get him out of the house.
I've been after her because she's wanted to be a doctor since she was freaking little. Finally, I talked to her and I said,
Well, I don't know. I was just
really?
I
I don't think you can do it. I said, it's 2 years. You get to work different shifts. You don't have to be stuck in a certain discipline. And so anyway, she's putting her application together to go to King's School.
I got a brother that's a PA and one's a nurse practitioner. They do amazing. And their lives are so much better than the doctors. Like, they're just better, you know? And I always thought I wanted to be a doctor. I did a little stint. Oh, we got to get started, huh? Okay. Sorry.
Straight up.
At 6, okay. All right. Thanks for the look. Okay. All right, so camera's good. We're good to go? Okay. All right, we'd like to call to order our Riverdale City Council meeting for Tuesday, May 19th, 2026. Let the record show that all members of the council are present, with the exception of Councilor Anderson, who is excused. We also have members of the staff here with us tonight and members of the public. We have asked Bart Stevens to lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance.
Rise.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you, Councilor Stevens. I've asked Mr. Cooper if he would offer our invocation.
Heavenly Father, we're grateful to be amongst friends here tonight, and we're grateful to be able to serve the citizens of Riverdale. We're thankful for the blessings that thou hast bestowed upon this community and upon all of us. We're grateful for the safety of our public service personnel and their families. We're thankful for the efforts that they exhibit for our benefit each day. We pray now that thy Spirit will guide our thoughts and our words, that we will be able to express the things that are meaningful, that we will be respectful and kind. We're thankful for the privilege of living in this country, in this community. We're grateful for all the blessings that we enjoy, and we ask thee to be with us here tonight and guide us in the things that thou would have us do. And we say these things in the name of Jesus Christ. Amen.
Amen. Thank you, Mr. Cooper. All right, we now have a time for public comment. It's an opportunity to address the City Council regarding your concerns or ideas. No action will be taken during the public comment period. If you do approach the microphone, please try to limit your comments to 3 minutes, and also state your name and city in which you reside. Seeing none, we'll move on to presentations and reports. Tonight, for the mayor's report, I don't have much other than to report that I got a text today that Waste Management has decided to take over the Weber County Transfer Station. And so they're working on an agreement with the county, and I'm not sure what that means, but Mr. Douglas and I had a quick chat just before the meeting, and we're just going to kind of proceed and trying to get us the best deal that we can with whoever has the best deal, with the hauler and the tipping and the where it goes, and so that'll just kind of play out. Just a heads up. City Administration Report, Mr. Brooks.
Thank you, Mayor. I would just mention you asked me to go to that meeting last week when you were unavailable.
Oh, yeah.
And so I can give you updates on that. That included waste management people that were there, but
Okay.
I don't know that it changes anything. They were just kind of informing us of
Okay.
what options were available. So,
And that's the biggest thing is I want to keep our options open. We want to be able to
Right.
pick the deal that's the
Right.
best for our residents. So.
right. And I talked to Sean a little bit about it too. So, as far as the city administration's report, all of your the department heads' reports are in your packets. Does anybody have any questions or anything you want to bring up on any of that? Yeah.
Just perhaps a little clarification on the stormwater. I know we're significantly upside down, right? And I expect it makes sense if we have some expenses coming before revenues come in. But it seems like we're way over budget there, and I just don't know exactly what the issue is, and I don't know if you guys have the answer or not. I thought the budget was around 400,000, and it's reporting here about 700,000 expenses.
You want to address that,
From
Sean?
last year,
Current year to date.
current year. It could be the projects. He might have just put them projects in. I have not looked at the sheet that he put out yet today, so I can't really speak to it. But we can get you an answer on that.
That'd be great. Yeah, that's all I'm looking for. Thank you. Appreciate that.
While we're talking about that, you want to make mention of anything on your audit you had last week? Sean got beat up quite heavily, but I thought we came out okay. I mean, I wasn't there every day like he was, but I was there on the first day and the last day, and I thought the report that she gave to me was favorable. So, Sean, I don't know if you want to mention any more about
So
that.
we did finish that up last week. It was about 25 hours in person type situation. They have 90 days to get their findings back. She anticipates we'll get between 100 and 150 page report back with deficiencies. So once we get that, we'll probably have an action plan for about 6 months to work on that stuff. Most of it'll be paperwork, I would guess. I think our field work will be fine. But they said their typical findings are 80 to 150 deficiencies per city. And especially where we don't have full-time personnel doing it. They'll probably, I would guess we'll be in that 100 range. So we'll let you know as soon as we get something back from them.
As I understand it, they're supposed to do this once every 5 years, and they haven't hit Riverdale for like 15. So but it's on them. It's not on us. So I would anticipate that there's quite a few in there.
They've
So.
never been audited in
Yeah.
35 years. So
She did say they were down to like 7 cities in the state of Utah, and we finally got nailed. So Sean was right; we were going to get it sooner or later. So anyway, it was an interesting process. What parts I was involved in. All the financials are in there. There is the monthly report, also the departmental reports. All those things are in there. Everything's looking good as far as our year-to-date stuff. Our sales tax, again, if you saw those charts, our reporting month of April, which is the most recent one, was up a fair amount. That's always a down month for us. So for us to be up that, I mean, not huge amounts, but it's good signs. The last 3 of the last 4 months, actually all 4 of the last 4 months, we're still looking strong in sales tax. So that's always a good indicator for us. We'd like to see that one. We have our employee recognition. This is kind of a cool one. First and foremost, I guess on the top of the list, Mr. Douglas, sitting right next to my left here with 35 years. Never ceases to amaze me. In fact, I mentioned to that lady that did the stormwater thing last night, I said, the value for that institutional knowledge is it's irreplaceable. We just couldn't replace a Sean Douglas. Just like when Lynn Molding took off, we all worried and freaked out about that, but fortunately we got a good one. And to Sean's credit, he's getting Norm in the same boat. But it's a long, drawn-out process. This doesn't happen overnight, so to see those 35 years, it's actually amazing. So I think we have a little certificate there, Mayor. You want, because we got Abe here, you want to wait and we'll do them both then? So.
You can do them both there, sure, then, yeah.
Second, and not too far behind him, is Abe Torres, who's also here tonight with his little one and his family. 20 years for Abe, so I didn't realize that he and I have about the same amount. I got just a little bit more on him, but congratulations to Abe, too. And then in addition to that, we have Travis Gibson at 15. These are all public works guys, so a lot of good years there we're getting from them. And then the last one with his anniversary year is Luigi, and I'm assuming he's not going to make it tonight. So kudos to all them. But Mayor, we can turn that over to you to give these two their certificates that are here.
All right. Anyway, so let's take this paper out.
couple of Clydesdales.
Yeah, that's quite an achievement. 35 years. I mean, I don't even know what to think about that. Like, I I should have thought about where I was 35 years ago when I was driving in. I was trying to figure out how old I was, but I should figure out where I was at.
Let's not do that to each other.
So, anyway, thanks for all you do. I just couldn't be prouder to have you on as our public works director. I mean, there was some comments that were kind of coming after public works a while ago, and I just had it, and I was just like, look, we're not doing this. Like, you guys don't know what they're doing over there, because it's just so easy to blast the city. It's so easy, and they have no idea how hard these guys work. So anyway,
Thank you.
you want to say anything, Michelle? And then Abe. All right, let's get a picture with you too. Let me get this out of here. We also tuck a little kind of reward in there for him, so that's kind of exciting. I'm glad your wife's here with you to see that you got that award. So.
She can spend it.
Yeah. So anyway, 20 years, and my favorite memory of Abe is my neighborhood's had some flooding over the years, and they've added new gadgets and fixtures and stuff trying to solve that. We've got gates, and now they're automated. And I noticed there's a newer antenna that hooks to the Wi-Fi, and there's solar panels, and there's stuff trying to stop what happened years ago where it flowed back. And there was points where they'd have to bring a generator over there and run it to make sure there was power so they could operate the gates and stuff on the flood. And I don't know when it was. I don't think it was this last wet year.
No, it was.
Was it 5, 6 years ago? I
It
don't know.
was at least 10 or 15.
2011.
Well, that was a bad one. That was a terrible one. But there was one more recent than that when I was at least on the council. I don't think I was the mayor yet, but I went over there and Abe was sleeping in his truck just to make sure the generator didn't run out of gas. And that's just crazy to me. But that's the kind of guys we got around here, you know. And it's just, I appreciate the heck out of him. Your wife, you should be so proud of this guy. He is just absolutely a unit here in the city. And I love seeing him driving by, and hopefully we'll have you for 35 years. Anyway, do you want to say anything?
No.
Gonna go a step further here. Abe, don't go anywhere.
Nope.
Stay right here. He doesn't even know this is gonna happen, so. You guys don't get to see a lot of the stuff that we get to see day to day, and something happened. This thing is hot off the press, like very hot within the last few hours. And I didn't even put these connections together, but after this event occurred today, I had filled out, I don't know how many of you are familiar with this, Mike, you might not be. We have this on-the-spot award that supervisors are able to give to individuals who do something kind of outstanding kind of stuff. I'll just give you a little bit of scenario, and this just tells you the wherewithal that we have with our employees. Today, there was a little girl, and I kid you not, she was not much bigger than this table right here, who was going down our trail on a bike, unsupervised, no parents around anywhere. And Abe saw her, recognized the situation. This is a serious deal. I mean, this little girl's riding on our trail right next to the river, unsupervised, and he recognized that and called our police department, who jumped all over it immediately because they also recognized the seriousness of this. And the individual who started that was Abe. And so I wanted to give him a little on-the-spot award for doing the right thing.
I just would hope somebody would do that.
I know you would. Kudos to Abe. And that was all resolved very well. We were able to locate the parents. That the police were out there for, man, I don't know, it was a long time. And mom and dad had no idea this little girl was gone. And they were able to find out through her, actually. I didn't think she was big enough to talk, but she was able to give them a name, and they were able to find dad, who was at work, who got a hold of mom, who still had no idea that this little girl was gone. And it was a significant difference for somebody this small. Should not have been clear up here on our trail. So, we could have been looking at a recovery rather than her being home with her family tonight. So, Abe, thanks.
Yep. Thanks, Abe.
Yeah.
And as far as our staffing authorization, we're still sitting where we should be. Are looking for firefighters still. And I know that Matt's working on that part of it. So, and then the last thing that I would have to report on would be the community development portion. So, Brandon, you want to take a couple minutes? Anything to update on that?
Yeah, I'll just mention a couple
So thanks to all of you, any of you that went to the Young Automotive grand opening over up on top of the hill. That was in April. In the packet, in the announcement, you'll see that there's a new QR code. I don't know if you've noticed that, but that QR code is now linked to a new GIS page that we have internally. So that's the only way to get to it. We'll eventually get it on our website. But if you click on that QR code, it takes you to a GIS map that is interactive. So you can click on points on the map anywhere in the city and get information about development projects, recent, past, current, and some of those that have been approved and that we can share. We'll be working to get some other projects on there as well, like the roundabout will be on there. And so as I update that, I'll put information that's applicable to that project. I get a ton of calls every month about, hey, what's going on here? What's happening here? So that's a good way for our citizens to really self-serve and get that information on their own time. We'll put that in the newsletter. I've worked with Angel, so that same QR code will be under the community update report, as well as a new addition. Every month we'll offer a code reminder related to zoning code. So this month's reminder is about living in RVs. We're seeing a lot of that where people have RVs parked at the side of their home and someone's living in it. So just a little reminder to our friends out there that that's not allowed, and if they need some help with whatever, that we're here to help them. So every month we'll have a reminder about different zoning codes that are applicable, and now you can access information about the development projects. So that's the update.
Cool.
I would also mention that we will have, while we're talking about QR codes, this is just the world we've become all of a sudden. We'll have new ones mounted on our veterans monuments out front. Probably next week, we're guessing those will be done and up, so people will be able to just use their phone, or their phones, and figure out where the individual's name is and stuff like that. That's all in the works and should be done real soon. We'll have that up. And we also have an individual coming in to look at, I think we've explained to you when we put some of that money in the budget for getting away from the tile and going with more of a marbled kind of thing, and hopefully we'll be having that finalized here soon too, as soon as we can get some more information on that. Sean, you want to add anything on that? I saw you pushing your button there, so.
Oh, it's just making
But
sure it was off.
It'll look a lot better. One of the things we're running into, and Cody was out there all day getting ready for the mayor's ceremony coming up. Just those tiles, they tend to bleed and they get chalky and different things, and it's hard to keep it up. And with Chris being gone, that falls back on somebody, and unfortunately it's been Public Works and Sean trying to keep that looking good, and they're doing the best they can, but I think those tiles were just not the right choice, and so that's why we're looking and exploring some of these other options. So I think it'll look really nice if we can pull it off. So anyway, we'll keep you posted on that as it gets further developed. That's all I had, Mayor.
Okay.
Do we have an update on 4400? I haven't heard anything for a while.
Still hearing like the
Still
1st of
pretending.
June is what we're still saying. They did patch up to the bridge deck, and I think they either poured the west side or they're ready to pour the west side as far as the abutment. I don't know. I have another. I was telling the mayor I can get on and listen in on their weekly construction meetings, but I have another meeting tomorrow, and I don't know if I'll be out of it in time. But if I can hear something, I'll respond back, and he can feed it out to you if we can find out what they're doing. So
That'd be great.
We do have a couple other updates, but I'll save those till the end because they're probably more appropriate there. But on a couple of city projects that might be of interest to you guys.
I did see him working on it late Sunday night, surprisingly. So
yeah, they've been doing a lot of their work at night still.
Yeah.
So
anyway, but yeah, I think the Roy roundabout's torn out too, or is that correct? Or
I was told it's pretty much back in place other than a little bit of asphalt patching, so I hope they're not going to hold it up now after all that.
yeah, okay, good. All right, we'll move on to consent items. We have one tonight: consideration to approve the meeting minutes from the April 21st, 2026 council meeting. Are there any changes or corrections to those minutes? Seeing none, we need a motion to approve.
So moved.
We have a motion. Do we have a second?
Second.
Motion and a second. All in favor, say yes.
Yes.
Any opposed? All right, those pass unanimously. They're approved. Action item number 1, consideration of ordinance 1008, amending various chapters of Riverdale City Code to update noticing requirements. Ms. Maragoni.
Hey, I'm not very good at this. You guys know that, but I usually have to present. So recently, with the truth in taxation, we found out we still had some stuff in our code for newspaper noticing. A couple of years ago, the state kind of got rid of that. Said there's other ways we can do that with the public notice website, our website, posting it here, and so we had already taken it out of the ordinances and resolutions part. But didn't know it was kind of hiding in these other places. So I went through and found everywhere that it says newspaper and just edited all of them so that we can save. That one article was about $500 for a 1 day to run it in the paper. So it's money we don't need to be spending, and so we just updated our code to reflect that. If you look in the packet on the attachments with the ordinance, there's actually 2 attachment ones. The first one that's the previous one we did. So that's not even in there. Everything from the second attachment one is what's being changed. I didn't know that was still in there, so. Any questions?
And we're currently making our notices on our website. How else are we doing it?
Public
Anywhere?
notice website, our website, and then on the board up by the front door. And then there are some things in state code that have they're usually land use stuff, that have some other requirements, but those are specifically called out in those codes. So we don't have to worry about
Have
those.
a public notice QR code in the newsletter or something like that. And when the newsletter comes out, if anybody wants the public notices for each thing, they could.
They can subscribe on the public notice website, and every time we post something, it'll give them an email.
And I'm not
then-
sure on the newsletter if we would be ahead of it or not.
That's the problem. Timing would be really tough to coordinate that, but they can do it through the state. That's what that was set up for. For that reason, both to give the notice and to help save cities on the expenses, because it kills you to go through those newspapers. So
If we put a little blurb on how people could sign
Yeah.
up, that'd be cool.
Yeah. I signed up for some from Summit County, and I accidentally signed up twice. And man, they don't mess around. Like, it was hard to get it stopped.
On page 3 of 4, under 6-3-4, it's highlighted, but it doesn't have the edit language. Do we need to add that in when someone makes a motion?
Hold on. I have too many things open. On 634?
Yeah. It says page 3 of 4 on that page.
Yeah, I thought you were just deleting it. And it really
Is that all that it
didn't-
is?
But
Oh,
but it doesn't make sense.
Am I just misunderstanding?
no, that'll be the same. So the same language that's in the other ones where it says as a Class A notice instead of all of that about that one. I had to do a little more research on the impounding and go back and read some of the criminal code and stuff, make sure that I wasn't missing anything there, and I just forgot to go in and cross it out. So yeah, in the motion, if you just say, on that part, same language as the other edits.
Which part is it?
634, notice of impounding.
Okay. Any other questions or comments? Counselor Arnold.
Oh, I apologize. I think
Councilor
Ms.
Richter.
Margoni mentioned it, but this is a duplicate ordinance number as one we did previously that was voted down. So I just want to make sure we're not in problems with 2 ordinances under the same number, even though one was no.
no, where it was voted down, it technically doesn't exist, so we can use it, and it's kind of up to the recorder. Some of them have different styles. I'm like you, Mike. I'd prefer to leave it in there just simply for. If I had to look that up in 5 years, but a lot of recorders don't like to have that empty number in there, and so they want to continue.
And I'm good with
Michelle's
that, just
kind of
make
more
sure.
down that way.
I'll do whatever you guys want.
No, I'm good with it if we're square. So I just want to.
Yeah, we're fine legally. We're okay on that.
Counselor Arnold.
I would move to approve ordinance 1008 as stated in the packet under attachment 2 with the change under 634, the impounding. What was it? The impounding.
Notice of impound.
No, yep.
And also, as part of the motion, I'd like to give administration a little bit of leeway to cruise all of the documents to see if there's anything language-wise or anything like that they can make some minor changes if they have to.
Okay, we have a motion. Do we have a second?
I'll second.
Motion and a second. Any discussion on the motion? Ms. Maragoni, please poll the council.
Sorry. Counselor Arnold?
Yes.
Counselor Richter?
Yes.
Counselor Hanson?
Yes.
Counselor Stevens?
Yes.
All right, that passes unanimously. Thank you. Item number 2, consideration of resolution 2026-15, awarding a bid to Phillips and Company Construction for the Riverdale Park outdoor classroom in an amount not to exceed $79,215. Ms. Maragoni.
So this was the big flag at the park that we got the ramp grant for last year. So this is all in the budget already for 2026. I just finally was able to get, after I got the flag ordered and everything, put the bid out. I only got 2 bids back, and they were way far apart.
Yeah, they were.
Originally, when I was applying for the grant, I had a landscape company come out and just give me kind of a rough estimate bid, and it was a lot closer to the amount that these guys had. So that's kind of what I was expecting and budgeted for. The other one was $100,000 more than that. We talked to Phillips and Co. His name is Austin. They kind of a newer company, but he just kind of branched off in the last few years, and so he has a ton of experience with this kind of stuff, just not under Phillips. It was under his other companies that he worked with. So some of them are family companies and stuff. So we made sure he was all qualified and everything before we brought it here. He's been really responsive, helpful, trying to help me figure out maybe if there's a couple places that we can even save a little bit. So,
Can he have it done by the 4th?
oh yeah, he's confident that it will be done middle of June,
Okay,
as long as you guys approve this tonight.
that's awesome. Okay. Any other
And then
questions?
the
or concerns?
10%, so the 79,215 is with the 10% contingency.
Hey,
No.
Councilor Richter.
You notice a minor math there on Exhibit B. It looks like they're adding that up at 6814, and it is the 7214, which is in
Yeah.
the proposal. So that's correct. It's just that exhibit is off. So
Yeah,
we
I
certainly
checked
know
that when he turned that in, and I added it up too and got the same amount, so
the
it was
72
just,
and 14.
yeah.
So, just by way of note, that exhibit total is off, is incorrect. So
What amount should be approved then?
it's the correct amount in the motion. I
In the
apologize.
motion, 79.
Yeah,
okay.
79,215.
Okay. Great catch. Any other questions or comments? Councilor Arnold.
Move to approve resolution 2026-15, awarding a bid to Phillips and Company Construction for the Riverdale Park outdoor classroom in the amount not to exceed $79,215.
Okay, we have a motion. Do we have a second?
Second.
Motion and a second. Any discussion on that motion? Ms. Maragoni, please poll the council.
Counselor Hanson?
Yes.
Counselor Stevens?
No.
Counselor Arnold?
Yes.
Counselor Richter?
Yes.
Okay, that passes 3-1. Thank you.
2-1. Or 3-1, sorry.
Oh, that's okay.
I was subtracting. Can't.
1-1, really?
Yay, 3-1.
3-1. Yes, okay. Next item, number 3, fire department discussion, open house scheduling. Mr. Brooks.
We've continued since our last meeting, since you gave us the green light. We've met with the fire department, gone over a lot of the specifics as far as personnel issues, equipment issues, all that kind of stuff. We haven't finalized all of it. We're close enough where I think it's probably time to move forward with an open house, but I didn't want to just throw that out there without you guys knowing about that. So my hope was, and I still got to coordinate this with the district. They know we're sitting and waiting for this, but my thought was maybe one of the next 3 Thursdays we'd set one of those up just at the fire station was our thought. I talked with our chief today, and he was good with that. Again, I'll have to clear that with him, but I didn't want that to surprise you and freak you out. So that's kind of all I was doing, was just kind of letting you know. Everything's on track. Everything's looking good as far as what we've been able to come across. I'm hoping by that time period we'll have some firm, hard numbers and charts and stuff that we'll be able to distribute and even put up there at the open house. But if you guys are okay with that, we'll continue forward on that. I don't know if you want to do more than one. I guess we could kind of do this first one and see how much interest we have from the public, and then kind of move from there. But I think we're ready to move forward on that next step. At least take that one and get the public a little bit more involved. So I just want to make sure you guys were aware of that and you were okay with it. So I see a lot of head nodding. So we will plan on that.
I just request that we don't do it a week from Thursday. Like, what is that, the 28th or something? I'm going to be gone on that day, but.
Okay.
But those weeks into June, I'm great. So
So
I'd like to
not
be able
the
to go over that.
28th. Okay.
Yeah.
And I like the idea of doing two because there's always a delayed reaction.
Yeah.
It seems like that then the word starts to spread
Right.
and then they feel like they missed out. So
Yeah, that was kind of my thought.
if we
Is
can
we'd
kind
look
of
for
plan
two of
ahead
them.
and catch it.
Okay. Yeah, everything's moving forward. It's looking good. They're still excited. They're still they provided us everything we've asked for, and it's been good. So we'll see where we get with it. Any questions or follow up on any of that? And we'll have a lot more for you. I've got this whole stack here's stuff that I thought about putting in here, but I thought that's just getting complicated at this point. Let's just wait. And some of this stuff we've only got partial information, but we'll have it all hopefully by that open house. That's all I had on that.
All right, very good.
It's going to be an Allen meeting tonight, man. We're going to be out of here fast. So
That doesn't bother me.
My wife's out of town. We can stay all night. It's all right.
well, if you would have told me that last week, we would have loaded it up. But
Upcoming events, we have the Memorial Day. The city offices will be closed this next Monday. Farmers Market has started. Any report on that? I've heard a few people asking what's going on and stuff. I haven't made it over there yet, but
they've been up there the last 2 weeks. I've seen them.
okay.
Not real big crowds, not real big participants either.
Yeah.
We're still having some issues trying to, because we had told him we wanted a contract because we wanted certain conditions and stuff in there. We're still waiting on that. I just spoke with Rich yesterday, and he was going to insist on that before we keep going through the same old stuff. But I don't know. It's a battle every time.
Okay.
But if you get a chance, they're there on Monday nights. So.
Yeah. There was one other upcoming event that we wanted to possibly mention. That new playground's coming along. And do we want to do like any sort of a ribbon cutting or something for
That was one of the things I was going to bring up. School's out, so the timing's a little bit different than the last one, and that's kind of why we coordinated that one, because that was their last day, and it just worked out really well. This one would be a little bit more difficult. I don't know how many kids we will get, but I didn't know, what your concerns were. Sean and I talked about this today. If you still want us to do something, we could maybe find a couple of food trucks and do something if you want.
If we did a burger burn with the police, it's always really well attended down there.
We could do that too.
Yeah, we could plan it.
And it can be like a community potluck / ribbon cutting, burger burn, Riverdale everything kind of thing.
Is that a consensus from the council?
I think that sounds good. These
Okay.
don't come around very often to open these things up. So.
Okay.
You already know a date that you're thinking
So
of?
we're not sure. Like we've moved, so everything's down. Everything's been taken out. All the 5-bar and everything's removed, and they've started installing. Structure's probably close to 60-70% upright, but there's still a ton of new, small. You know how them go. Like there's a lot of small pieces and a lot of stuff that still has to happen, and then dry time on concrete and whatnot. But
Did they do the pour in place yet, or does that come at the end?
that'll be the very end, and that'll be one of the slow. That takes time, and then cure time on that. So we're thinking about 2 weeks, and we should be wrapped up 2.5 weeks. So we'll just stay in touch as long as we know which way we're headed. We can coordinate that. So
Is there any way that can coincide with Rich's infield over there? I mean, that might not put a little hurry on his world, but I don't know when he was going to redo the infield on that.
I don't know. I have
That
not
diamond
heard
right
from
there.
him what his.
I'll check with
schedule
you.
is on
I
that.
was just thinking if we do an open house, new playground, new infield, all at once kind of thing, it'd be kind of fun.
That would be awesome. Big celebration. let the people know what they're getting from their city.
That's looking good. Like, it's awesome to have them. Like, we get so many comments from the people who are over there when we're over there. Like, they're just excited, and we've had a lot of good feedback from that area because they're like, well, it's on our side of town this time. You know how
Yeah.
that goes.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
it's always your side of town, and seems like we're a little bit separated with Riverdale Road.
Yeah.
But the community over there, from what I'm hearing and what I've been seeing, they're pretty excited. So.
Yeah, we want to make them feel included. Okay, well, we'll let you guys work on that and just keep us posted. I don't have any other upcoming events, so with that, we'll move on to comments. Any comments from the city council for this meeting?
Question. Who's the mayor pro tem?
Councilor Arnold.
Since when?
Since,
About a month ago.
Well, it was redone on the same thing, but it's been 4 years.
yeah.
Didn't we just do it though? Just recently?
When was that?
Did we redo it?
I thought we did.
We didn't do it at the
I don't
first
think
of
we
the year,
redid it at the
so
first
We
it
didn't?
would be back to whenever the
So
last
it'd
time
still
we
be
did it.
from the previous one then?
Yeah.
So it goes in perpetual.
Well, we're supposed to do it every election, after an election, that first meeting, I think in January. I'll double check that. Because we maybe should if we haven't done it, by tradition, we generally just carry that over, but I think it's supposed to be done every election year after we install new officers, so, because that can change on everything, so I'll double check on that.
Yeah, I don't think it was done. And
Oh, that was,
any other comments from the city council? Councilor
I
Richter?
feel a responsibility to report to the council on this DRC.
Yeah.
And those things. So I do have those, and Mr. Cooper, I don't know when would be the appropriate time. I don't have any materials here, or if we want to do that by email. Just some guidance from either staff or the mayor on how you'd like me to proceed. I want to make sure I'm sharing with that. So.
Do we want to make that a standing item on the agenda for him, or
I think so, under,
I think that'd be a good idea.
Or presentations
The
and
report,
reports.
yeah.
and we have another one upcoming, so it might be good for the next meeting to do too.
That'd be great, because we've got a couple, and yeah, we can wrap this one. I just want to make sure that
Yeah.
I'm fulfilling my responsibility to these
Yeah.
folks here, so.
I think it's been helpful too,
I do,
having
too.
having Councilor Richter
good.
there, and
They're good meetings.
there's been good comments, good feedback on all the meetings we've had so far, so.
Okay, very good.
any other comments from the council? Councilor Arnold?
I think we ought to recognize the young automotive group. They, after their opening, they donated $1,000 to the Lions Club. So they could have basically packed up and gone home from the dinner, but yeah, it was,
Yeah.
I mean, they seem to be walking the talk about being involved in the community, so
Yeah.
just to
I agree.
recognize them, their general manager's been completely awesome.
Yeah, I know the Lions were super excited about that. That's a great point. Thank you. Okay. Seeing no other comments, we'll move on to comments from the city staff.
I was going to mention the park. The other thing I had, Sean, you want to take a couple minutes? Allen's neighborhood's going to be rocking here pretty soon, so.
So we're finally going to move forward with the roundabout project. It's bid. The contractor's been awarded, and I think we distributed 72 notices that we did ourselves as a city up front this morning and yesterday. We expect to start next week, and so it will move fairly fast. It's going to be a headache over there because of the traffic, the way we're going to have to reroute all the traffic, especially your neighborhood, because there's no way out from the south except on your road. And they're going to keep some of it open when they can, but a lot of times that northbound flow and southbound flow on 1150 is going to be shut down, so that's going to be pretty long summer. We're shooting to do as much as we can before the school comes back, though, so that we can be substantially ahead of that. And then a final wrap up by November. So everybody that's in real close to the project area should have received a notice today. And then we're working on some social media. We're going to do something on the web page, and then they should have message boards out in the next day or so that even the people that don't get our stuff will have a heads up on what's coming and when. That should be out this week. The other one, I'll check on the 4400 tomorrow if I can hit that meeting. We'll check on that one. But yeah, that's going to be a huge project. The two property owners that have fences being moved that we bought property from previously, one of them we didn't buy from, the feds already owned, but I spoke with both of them property owners, one yesterday and one today, so that we had personal contact with them. And then we'll just, I think our biggest hang up will be the utilities that have to be moved as always. Like we'll be waiting on Utah Power, Comcast, Enbridge, and them to move some utilities, and that'll probably be the slowest part. But Post is usually really good. Once they get going, to really rock and roll. So kind of excited. It's been a long time.
Yeah, Roger started this thing. That's how long that's been. I'm talking
Questions? Or?
to Sean's guys today, in all those contacts they made through the neighborhood, there's only one that was really negative about it, that wasn't really happy. So I think that's a good sign. It's not going to last, but it's a good way to start. So
Who are the two property owners? You know, the
So the gentleman that has the sand volleyball court right there on the corner where the utilities are. So we bought that property like 4 years ago from, and I didn't realize until today that they
Is-
sold.
his sand volleyball.
Some of it's going away.
He just put that in, like,
He's on city property. With
probably your negative.
He wasn't. He actually
wow.
wasn't. He was actually really decent, and
Just because he just put.
I
that
didn't
in.
realize.
No, it's next to John Anderson.
Oh, okay.
There.
I went over and we purchased the property from the previous homeowner. I didn't realize it even sold until I went there today, and I'm like, did you just buy this? And he's like, yeah. I'm like, I'm hoping you looked at your plat, because the city owns that corner over there, and he seemed to understand. So I don't know. Like, I'm hoping it goes good. He was kind of excited about the cul-de-sac, actually.
Really? That's awesome.
So I think he thought that was a plus, but it is going to affect that south end. And then the other property owner is the one in the brown house that would be on the southeast corner. It's a rental, but I was able to luck out, and the property owner was actually there. When I went there, he was having some plumbing problems, and so
The southeast corner.
it's a brown house. It kind of sits back from the corner quite a ways,
Towards the golf course. Oh, okay.
but it's
I
across.
thought-
It's on the far side of the street from the
Yeah, I
golf
thought
course.
Brent Coleman owned that.
No, I don't
Across
think
the
he's
street
ever
from
owned
Brent,
it.
right?
It's before you get to Brent's, but yeah, kind of kitty corner from Brent's. I think he came in and talked to you.
Yeah, I know who you're talking about.
Okay. So yeah, them two discussions both. He knew he's a realtor, so he knew where his property was, so he didn't really have any concerns with it. Or at least to my face, he didn't. So I don't know. We'll see. It's always interesting. Like, you don't hear a lot until it's up and rolling, but yeah, it's going to be a quick summer over there.
And that project kicks off about when? When did you?
We're hoping next Tuesday.
Any other comments from the staff? Chief?
Quick suggestion, talking roads, I'm trying to stay in my own lane, but we all have had a lot of comments about 4400 South. I think everyone here has been questioned probably 100 times of when it's opening. So I think we should do a grand opening of 4400 South, whether it's a mock video that we can put out and advertise to everybody, because I think people need to know it's back open. We're excited about it. Get people coming back to Riverdale. Not that they've stopped, but I think we can all agree how many complaints we've heard from people in our neighboring cities about, and not just our neighboring, but our own city.
Yeah.
To get the word out, I think it would be kind of a cool PR thing. Get people coming back in here shopping and visiting and using that road. So I was just thinking as we're talking roads.
That's a good point.
We've
because
seen the police do some driving videos before, so maybe we could just elaborate on them. They was training videos, but you could do PR videos at the same
With
way.
your fizz and your big gulps to show that you were able to get back through with your.
You've
fizz.
seen one, your dad's video.
It
That
is
was a good one. That was
I've seen
that
it
was a
multiple
Casey
times.
classic. A little corny, but it was good.
Oh, he loved it.
So, but yeah, we can get together, but with staff and come up with
Yeah.
something. But maybe I don't know if you'd
Yeah.
want to be involved, Mayor. Or,
well, I'm a member of a lot of those groups, the Roy City Citizens, the West Haven City. I mean, I'd be happy to post them out there. You know, if we had a video,
yeah,
I'd be like, hey,
just
it's
kind of come
open.
up with something to advertise it. I think it would be good.
I think that's super good. Let them know, hey, it's open.
Yeah, so we'll collaborate with
Yeah.
these guys and you guys.
Yeah, great suggestion. Thanks.
And then we have two more small projects that we're going to have going this week. So we're starting the landscape project at the park that we talked to you about. So hopefully that's starting this week or first of next week. And then with that, I've talked to the mayor about this, but we didn't have a sidewalk connection there. And it's not great with the slope, but the sidewalk coming down Parker Drive from the north comes into the park, ties into the trail system, but then it doesn't connect back into the sidewalk on the south. So tomorrow we're meeting with them and we're going to start cutting a trail path in there. So you'll go onto the trail, but then there'll be another asphalt trail that brings you back into the sidewalk on the south side. So you just avoid the parking lots. And so it'll all be interconnected now. So if somebody's pushing a stroller or whatever, they can just go straight across. And so hopefully we'll have that done in the next couple of weeks and it'll be done for the 4th for sure. So.
Okay. Any questions? All right.
Do we get any,
Yeah.
sorry,
nope.
Mr. Mayor. Do we get any communication from South Ogden with 40th and Chimes View and all of that nonsense down? Do we have any feel on what's going on there? Because
I have not heard a word from other than what I've read.
Okay, that
Yeah.
impacts us heavily too, and I didn't.
I think it'll be closed through like October, I've heard.
That's what I've seen too.
Yeah.
It's a complete utility.
Yeah, it's
everything
a
redo.
mess. Yeah.
They did the low ones last year.
Yeah,
Buried
40th
it
and now
all.
Chimes View is
Yeah.
down. So
And even Chimes really tore it all out and did the lower pipes, I guess, and then buried them and let it settle for a year. Now they're doing the upper pipes. So is what I heard. I don't know. You public works people probably laugh at that kind of talk, but
The lower and the upper.
yeah, well, they said the deep ones. They did all the deep ones, and then
I
they
like
buried
that.
it. For, yeah. So anyway, all right. Well, I don't have any comments. So with that, we would need a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
All right, I have a motion to have a second.
second.
All in favor, say yes.
Yes.
All right. We're adjourned.